Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Exiled Opinions' very own Rotten Tomato drinking game. Tonight, your hosts, Doku, and myself, Frank Shandor, are joined once again by Mr. Farty. How's it going, Farty? All right, good to hear.
Pretty much sums it up.
Wet, stinky, and what's the word I'm looking for?
Oh, wet and stanky. Hang on. I think you mean...
Wet, stinky, and full of cunt juice? Is that what we're looking for, Farty? Oh, man. Alright, this is just a Mad Dodge production, Red Eye Stream 2.0 at this point. Shreddy says we have better things to do. I don't think that's the case at all, 100%. We're doing things a little differently tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Just a little differently, and then we'll return to our regular debauchery next Friday with the Rotten Tomato drinking game. Wednesday, I had something of a mental break when we started talking about Ghostbusters 3, one of the first articles to come out as a result of the Ghostbusters 3 article that wasn't even directly in relation to it, that just kind of wanted to take a dump on the entire idea, was from none other than Scott Mendelson. And Doku insisted that we dedicate an entire drinking game to this. So, ladies and gentlemen, if you are trying to keep up, if you are on your deathbed after tonight, you have Doku to thank for that. That being said, there are a couple things that I wanted to cover before we get into it. Each of us is going to take the time to try and get through one of Scott Mendelson's articles. There are 2 rules to tonight's drinking game. Each of our panelists tonight have the option to continue on after a frustrating point or tap out. During the point that the panelist taps out and ends reading the article, that is a 2-shot penalty everyone drinks. After a buzzword or something, what was the term you used, Doku?
Anything
Cringy?
cringeworthy.
Anything cringeworthy or anything buzzword-ish is 1 shot. So,
Oh,
ladies...
shit. Is this bloke full of, like, things like fabulicious and drewcastic and shit like that?
I suppose. I don't know what language you're speaking right now, Farty, but I suppose.
Buzzwords.
Buzzwords, yes. Buzzwords are stuff like white male directors or yeah, just general NPC talking points. Yeah, Shirai's got the right idea. You see it. Shirai's got the right idea. She's not drinking. That is a good idea. Now, before we continue, I have prepared a little PSA, a little public service announcement, and I want you guys to pay attention to it because I'm not repeating it. Are we ready?
Yeah.
Go for it.
All right. Exiled Opinions urges you to drink responsibly. We do not condone underage drinking nor driving while drunk. We do not encourage you to take part in the Rotten Tomatoes drinking game or any consumption of alcohol that our hosts and guests take part in. We are idiots. Please discontinue usage if any of the following side effects take place: dizziness, blackouts, vomiting, nausea, passing out, or your friends drawing genitals on your face. We are not responsible for damage to any of your organs, and you should not be trying to keep up under any circumstance.
Hang on, wait. Sorry, I missed all that.
I'm not repeating it.
Oh, and further disclaimer, Australia doesn't hold you responsible for trying to keep up with Australia.
Yeah, don't try and keep up with us, ladies and gentlemen. You are in for a bad day tomorrow if you do. Or you know what? Do try and keep up with us. That way you'll be too drunk to realize that we're doing a weeb stream and you'll come watch us anyway.
Or you'll be dead. One of the two.
Shirati is accusing us of selling out because potential sponsor. You're giving this because of a potential sponsor. Um, and
If that
Oz,
sponsor is liver failure, then she might have something there.
yeah, if you know what, Exiled Opinion is sponsored by liver failure. Drink up. Shirati says, or Oz says that Shirati might get dizzy and blackout even without drinking. Fair point.
So there's a theory. There's a theory if you mention that you like something on air that they'll send you some stuff. Labatt Blue. I really like that beer. Please send me a shit ton of carton.
Here's the deal, right? Exile Opinions has 47 subscribers. We are not getting a sponsorship anytime soon. And even if we did, yes, Farty.
On Eldritch God's stream, we did a 4-hour fucking critique of The Last Jedi. And out of our pissy subscriber base and our pissy viewer base, one asshole from Disney itself took the time to watch it and then fucking got us canned.
Oof.
So, impossible things can happen, man.
Oof. So, just going forward, ladies and gentlemen, this is not a stream for the faint of heart. We now turn our attention to our favorite Hannibal Lecter, Fred Krueger offspring, Scott Mendelson. Who wants to take the first article, fellas?
Oh, fuck it. Why not? I'll go ahead and take it.
Push.
Oh, man.
All right, here we go. Just because this title is so wonderfully
Before
intriguing.
we continue, does anyone remember the prayer Archer says before drinking the giant ass fucking margarita from having a hangover, like in one of the first episodes of season 2?
Nope.
If my teeth weren't already gritting, I probably would be able to remember it off the top of my head.
Oh,
but
man.
But no.
Oh. All right, sir. Continue.
All right, here we go. New Godzilla 2 trailer employs all monsters.
Uh-oh.
Right there, that's a drink.
Hang on, let me get this up on screen so our lovely viewers can follow along. Where the hell is it? Are you
It's in the archive.
Why are you doing the archive, you fucking prick?
It's from December 10th. It's not that old.
Ah, you fucking prick. You're making me do extra work.
We're employing all monsters here.
But there's 15,000 he's done in the last day or so.
Yeah, I know.
Oh yeah, Shandor, what was that tweet you were telling us about before we went live?
Oh, Christ. Do you want me to bring that up?
Yeah.
Hang on.
Just to give a little taste of Scotty Boy's mentality, his mindset, his outlook on things.
Oh, this
little flavor burst of his personality.
This little dishonest, suspected child toucher. So you disagree with something I wrote? That's totally okay! I write about 100 posts a month, many of which are heavily editorialized / opinionated. I'd be creeped out if you agreed with me 100% of the time.
That actually says, please, lonely little women who do agree with me all the time, come and creep me out. Fucking loser.
Loser. Go ahead. Read this monstrosity. No pun intended. Oh, God.
New Godzilla 2 trailer employs all monsters. Right there, that's some cringe, so go ahead and drink up.
Yeah.
We're off to a good start, boys and girls.
Fucking not even... We haven't even started the drinking game proper, and... Pirate drinking the vodka tonight.
Warner Brothers just dropped the second trailer for Godzilla, King of the Monsters into our laps. The debut of that second Captain Marvel trailer kicked off a deluge of year-end trailer releases, including Avengers Endgame, Spider-Man Far From Home, and, presumably, the likes of Men in Black International and Hellboy, and possibly, speculation alert, John Wick Chapter 3. That's all one sentence, by the way.
Ugh. Cringe alert. Take a shot.
Drink.
Oh my god. Fucking vodka. Vodka's gonna kill me. Since you guys were talking about vodka party, I brought out the fucking bottle.
But this morning, it's all about the second Godzilla movie. Oh, that's not quite true, since we also got a holiday-based teaser for the Lego Movie 2, the second part, which opens on February 8th, 2019. That
Isn't
too
it like
comes
15
5 years
Lego
after the
movies already?
original.
What's that party?
And
Isn't there like 15 Lego movies already?
There are like
There-
500 billion.
there's a handful.
There's too
Just
many.
a handful.
There's too many. That short answer is there's too fucking many Lego movies.
That too comes 5 years after the original. Both films will have to survive a 5-year gap. Stop repeating.
Hey, Scott. This is a growing trend. It's called repetition syndrome. I think you might have a stroke, you dumb piece of fucking child-touching turd.
What was that?
Exactly.
Here, okay, let's try to get through this god awful thing.
Oh Christ.
Both films will have to survive a 5-year gap between installments, which, to be fair, is more common for animation than live action. And you will have to prove that the success of the respective first movie was no fluke. If you recall, the Lego Movie earned $258 million domestic, $469 million worldwide on a $60 million budget, instantly launching a new IP and giving Warner Brothers its best animated hit since Happy Feet back in 2006. Godzilla was brutally front-loaded in North America, $200 million from a $93 million launch, and to a certain extent, critics liked it more than general audiences. According to who? But $529 million worldwide on a $160 million budget was a huge win. Yes, the critically trashed Roland Emmerich Godzilla sold more tickets in 1998. 138 million. Just drink. Just drink. Because you keep. Oh my God, Scott Mendelson, you're insufferable.
We're on paragraph
273
2 or paragraph 3, and we've had just as many shots.
273 million adjusted for inflation. Are you just trying to hit a word count, Scott? I think you are. And probably sold more overseas too. 409 million on a 130 million budget, which would be around 443 million, not accounting for 3D, IMAX, or overseas expansion. Oh, Scott. But money is money. Yeah, you keep bringing up drink. Fucking
He
drink.
can't go fucking 10 words without bringing up a dollar figure. Why are you that focused on the numbers?
Dollar
The
is what he
numbers.
needs.
The fucking numbers don't really mean a fucking thing when they're successful movies. Alright? Even when they're not successful movies, you don't have to fucking spew fucking math at your readers.
Scott Mendelson, I thought you were supposed to what's it say in your bio? You're professional. You went to school to be a film critic. Didn't think you were a fucking stock analyst.
You don't need to go to
Anyways.
school to be a film critic. The critic on fucking YouTube, proves that point.
Yeah, fair point. Anyways, moving on through this trash heap. Moreover, the word of mouth from critics and audiences were still better. Was still better. God. Deep
Can
breaths,
someone
deep
learn
breaths.
him some grammar?
Was still better than the last Godzilla movie and the surprisingly well-received Kong Skull Island, 168 million domestic, 567 million worldwide on a $158 million budget. Drink.
No, that's not the drink part. Read what he says
Well,
after the comma.
Only stroked interest in Legendary's Monsterverse. Yes, Skull Island sold fewer tickets here and abroad than Peter Jackson's alleged flop, King Kong, 218 million, 550 million on a $207 million budget.
Oh
2D
my
back in
God,
2005. But I digress.
What haven't you been digressing? The only you haven't started with a single coherent thought yet.
You know, I would instruct this fuckwit on the Queen's English, but he'd fucking turn around and give me shit about talking American.
Christ. All right. I have to cut my vodka with something if I'm going to be drinking this heavily.
Oh. To quote your boy Zach, diversity in comics, it was a bad idea. This was a bad idea. I guess I have nobody but myself to blame.
Yeah, you wanted this. This is your show, Doku.
Continuing with this.
Herpicus is in the chat, and he is literally losing his shit. If I don't get liver tonight, these articles will give me brain cancer. My brain cancer is getting the cancer intensifies.
God. Let's get through this. Let's get through this. We're almost done. 2 paragraphs. 2 fucking paragraphs.
Oh God.
Ironically enough, Warner Brother and Legendary's Kaiju universe is doing what Warner's DC Films franchise arguably should have done. We got a Godzilla movie, a standalone King Kong movie, a Godzilla sequel, which operates as Godzilla 2, even if it does bring other monsters into the sandbox as a major added value element. And then, in 2020, we'll get a Godzilla vs. Kong as the payoff. Obviously, we'll never know, and it may not matter. But we can only wonder what might have been if we had gotten Man of Steel 2, The Batman, and then the likes of Batman v Superman, Wonder Woman, and Justice League.
Oh my God.
Actually, that is something I tend to agree with. I think the DC cinematic universe or expanded universe kind of rushed things a little bit, but that's neither here nor there. Oh, by the way, fucking drink. Ugh, Scott. God damn it, Scott.
Just keep going, Doku. Keep going or tap out.
To be fair, there is no monster movie aside from Jurassic Park films that have grossed more than the likes of Man of Steel and Justice League. Hell, if you count Man of Steel as a glorified kaiju movie, which makes its controversial third act carnage easier to swallow, end parentheses, comma, then it would rank behind only the first, fourth, and fifth Jurassic Park movies in unadjusted global grosses amongst giant monster movies. I'll go into this after I've seen Aquaman, but there's a case to be made that the respective grosses of the various DC film flicks, Justice League budget issues aside, were pretty high for almost any subgenre aside from the comic book superhero movie.
Ending on a high note.
Drink.
And the roast has only begun. My God.
Scott fucking Mendelson.
Okay, it is January 2019. He has already written 60 articles. It is it's the 18th. It's 8. It is January 18th, and this dude has already written 60 articles, or has 60 articles published.
See, I was getting the general impression that, like, you know, this bloke's like the bloke who reckons he's fucked 9,000 million women. You've had no time to fuck that many Sheilas and then write a book about it. This prick has not had the time to watch all these movies and then write critiques about them. I don't give a fuck if he's an insomniac or what, man. Fucking, you don't have the time to do so, man. It still took me fucking 3 weeks to get through the entirety of fucking binge watching X-Files, for Christ's sake, and I am an insomniac. Get fucked, this cunt's fucking written bloody how many articles in 16 fucking days?
Yeah,
19 days?
And that's why the quality of the articles is so fucking shit.
I said it on Wednesday, I'll say it again here. Scott Mendelson is an insufferable, pretentious, head up his ass cunt.
I bet you $10 the majority of the movies that he's critiquing, he's only watched the extended trailers parts of fucking. No, he watched the fucking Looper's critiques of the movie. It's like,
Oh
oh, here's the
man.
spoilers that you didn't get from the trailer.
Here's a great title. Oh my god. Escape Room overperforms with 18 million. How does a movie overperform? Either it does well or it doesn't. Oh my god.
Oh no! Those are the movies that you think, oh, they're going to be really shit. No way in hell. Like Ghostbusters. The movie that wasn't Ghostbusters, but was Ghostbusters.
That one movie that
Oh, no,
had
no,
the
no.
same name and kinda had a really similar but not really feel to it. That one Ghostbusters 2016. Hey, Ghostbusters.
Feminist Ballbusters 2016.
Okay. Ghostbusters 2016 is the Chinese knockoff of Ghostbusters movies.
That's how we're going to view it from now on.
It is. All right, what's a good one
No,
here?
but I've got to say this though, that I love the fact that they're going through Ghostbusters 3 and they're completely ignoring that 2016 actually happened.
What? 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 Sony should market Venom 2 like Disney's Lilo and Stitch? Oh
my
god.
What,
Please,
to kids?
please do.
Yeah, to 5-year-olds, because that's the only way that Sony's going to sell a movie nowadays.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Ladies and gentlemen, the January
Scott
8th,
Mendelson.
January 8th, 2019. Sony should market Venom. Just take a fucking drink.
I don't think there's going to be a single title that we can read that isn't going to be drink-worthy. It's the most clickbaity bullshit.
Wait, what? Wait, what? Okay, the article opens in the most incoherent manner possible. That we're getting a Venom sequel should not be a surprise. That we're getting a Venom sequel should not be. What language are you attempting to emulate? Who wrote your programming? Who wrote your script?
I think what happened there was that he was having a conversation with the guy he buys his coffee off, and then he went home and then continued the conversation, not realizing the person he was conversing to is not there anymore.
Oh, Christ. You might have something on that farty. No joke. We might actually be looking at someone who actually has had a stroke and has dementia. Holy shit.
Like, yeah, I had something like this before where I was helping out a mate who had a DVD store in Sydney, and this one woman walks in, and then the first thing she says is, "So, what time does the plane land from Melbourne in Sydney?" Hey, I'm going to need a bit more information there, sweetheart.
Wow. As a general rule, when a $100 million budgeted origin story superhero flick earns $855.5 million worldwide, including 213.4 domestic and 271.7 million in China, you get a sequel. I suppose it's slightly surprising who will and won't be involved. Ruben Fleischer will be busy with Zombieland 2, which amazingly is actually getting made. So Sony will have to find a new director for the second go-around. If Michelle McLaren has some time to kill while she waits to see if Cowboy Ninja Viking gets out of development hell. First off, who is going to see a movie called Cowboy Ninja Viking?
Is that actually a thing?
I don't fucking care at this
People who like
point.
the Cowboys and the Ninjas and the Vikings. There's a very rare breed of those fuckers.
I suppose.
But they may be trying to go for the cowboy people, and then the ninja people, and then the Viking people, and hoping that all of them will come together like Jedi.
You know, if that's actually a thing, I might go watch it.
Oh my god.
Just for shits and giggles.
And while the first film's screenplay was penned by a trio of writers, this time out the gig will be thus far a solo job for Marcel Alone, who will also be executive producer of the movie. You can make the case for that one reason Bumblebee turned out so well, that it was a rare block. Fucking word salad is word salad. You can make the case that one reason Bumblebee turned out so well is that it too was a rare blockbuster with a single credited screenwriter, Christina Hodson, with a specific story to tell, and Marcel's ability to make an enjoyable movie out of the first 50 Shades of Grey shadows that she can make lemons out of lemonade.
But I thought Bumblebee flopped.
It did. It's a failure.
What's this fuckwit on? I want some.
I don't think you do. That's why people die from overdoses.
I feel something.
But then again, like, you know, he's referencing the 50 Shades of Grey. Yeah, that's because there's like a billion 40-year-old women who have now got their vibrator as their best friend.
And their cats to keep them company. My God.
We'll sit there and look at them really strangely whilst they're
There's
fingering
something
themselves.
wet leaking down the side of my neck. Oh, that's my brain. Everybody take a drink.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
How is that one sentence? Oh, what the...
So, all due respect to Pinker.
I'm an amateur writer. And this
God
makes me...
All right, Doku.
Oh my God.
All right, Doku, shut the fuck up. So, all due respect to Pinker and Rosenberg, who will be busy writing Jumanji 3 together, this is an encouraging development. Jumanji 3, what is that? Fucking they fall into a Game Boy? This is encouraging development.
That's going to be an interesting leap now that fucking Robin Williams is gone.
Yeah. Oh, and Tom Hardy and Michelle Williams will both return, but you probably knew that. You're not giving us anything here. You're just fucking afterthoughting here. This is all afterthoughts, dude. Take another fucking drink. And yes, as always, I am encouraged when the female lead gets a return ticket in the sequel to what is technically a male-driven franchise hit. Take another drink. As it's just as likely that she'll get swapped out for a newer, younger model, Mission Impossible, Ted, Batman, etc., of course. Let's hope she lasts longer than did Moriana Baccarin in Deadpool 2. Take another fucking drink.
Yeah, I'm spewing she died.
Will Venom 2, The Big Balloon Adventure, again be a bad movie with an unusually engrossing lead character, or two lead characters, presuming Woody Harrelson's Carnage provides double the lunacy? Or will it be a better movie, which weirdly enough may go against the grain of what made the first film a surprise super smash? And is Venom, which opened with $80 million domestic, still legged it to... which opened with $80 million domestic and still legged it to $213 million, while earning strong audience buzz and a begrudging respect even from some of the critics who panned it, raise his hand in parentheses, going to lead to a breakout sequel, Venom 2. You smug piece of shit. In this scenario, all the goodwill accumulated from the first film in the intervening 2 years, presuming an October 3, 2020 release date, pays off with a super-duper opening weekend. It's just as possible that Venom performed as well as a Venom movie is ever going to do, which is okay if the budget remains closer to 125 than 175 million.
Drink.
Yeah, I agree. The only advice I would offer...
Super-duper drink.
Oh my God, these articles are... Not only are these articles are boring to read, that's one cardinal sin of any of this type of writing, any of this critical writing type of shit. Not only is it boring to read, it's also terribly written. Dude, I think he stopped going to school in the second grade.
Well, as your boy Zach would normally say, you can always tell the NPC SJW writing style when you see someone who considers themselves, how does he say? I've studied the film industry both academically and informally. When you read things like super duper, yeah, that's how you know.
Dude, I
thought you were a professional.
I am legit. I
I think
legit want to read fucking Captain Marvel #1 now as an alternative to this shit.
See, I think this cunt fucking thinks that like people who go and see movies are the same people who like aircraft and stuff like that. I mean, like, you know, I'm into aircraft and I read aircraft magazines and I, you know, hear about like the, you know, the fucking F-18 of the TF-404 modular bypass engine, and but they weren't as good as the J model. They came out with the TF-404 Mark IV, which put out 34,000 pounds of thrust and all this. No, movies aren't like that, you asshole.
I'd be more curious to read that article than any of the
Oh,
god
trust me, it's
awful
way
word
more
salad.
All
interesting.
right, I'm gonna
Scott
continue
Super
on here,
Duper
guys.
Mendelson.
I'm gonna continue on here, guys. Oh Christ! The only advice I would offer to Matt Tomlock, Amy Pascal. I was gonna say pay me Ascal, but God, I'm drunk already. And Avi Avid. If that, his parents must have hated him. Is
Dude.
not overtly pander to China. Yes, don't pander to China. That's the one thing we will agree on in this entire article. I promise you that.
Hey, isn't Amy Pascal one of the cunts that fucked up that not Ghostbusters movie?
Yep, she basically bullied Paul Feig into doing a movie he didn't want to do. The movie made as much as it did partially because you already fucking said this shit. The movie made as much as it did partially because its current form was appealing to Chinese audience that has no issue with unapologetically weird and tonally skewed fantasy action flicks. You
Bullshit.
racist dude, you racist piece of shit. You racist bigoted asshole. Fucking generalizing and putting down an entire country because you don't understand why the movie was fun. I am critically minded, alright? Venom was a shit show, but it was fun. The characters were likable. The story, as much as it didn't make any fucking sense, worked for something that didn't make sense. Partially because the fucking character motivations are fucking... The character motivations are what drove the story, what little bit there was.
Yeah, but there's things with the Chinese that they do have to change. Like you can't have religious connotations, you can't make the Communist Party look bad, and all this kind of stuff. But what he just said there was a load of fucking bullshit.
Yeah, I can't struggle to think of any way short of just blatantly coming out and, you know, intentionally doing it that you could make a Venom movie that somehow the Chinese government would disapprove of, because last I checked, Venom wasn't running around killing commies.
All right, we're getting hung up on this. I want to try and get through this. I don't want to tap out, but I'm getting close. But still, take a drink. Take a drink.
Holding out my arm.
You don't need to send Eddie Brock to Beijing. You don't need to send Eddie to Beijing to score in China. Although doing a knowing 20-second Eddie goes to China bit would be exactly the kind of humor I want to see in Venom 2. Fuck you! I'm out. I'm done with this article. Fucking.
That's 2 shots.
That's 2 shots. Someone else take over.
Okay.
Oh my god.
All right, hang on.
Oh. This was a horrible, horrible idea.
Oh, hang on.
Scott Super Duper Mendelson. Oh my goodness.
Dodge is laughing at us in the chat. Dodge, you asshole.
Alright, I'm only going to do this one because every second fucking post seems to be about this one. And he seems to have a massive hard-on for the worst outright DC Marvel superhero ever.
Alright, what article is that? What month? What day?
Can we have a guess what the character is first?
Oh,
Aquaman.
it's Aquaman.
Hey, bingo!
Which Aquaman? Which Aquaman
Yeah, he
article?
did
This bastard
5 in
written
the
like
span of
5.
5 days.
That's what I mean. Like, he just seems to be wanking over this fucking thing. Okay, this is the one on the 16th of January 2019
All right, let me
at
catch up.
11 at 11:25 a.m. or yeah, 11:25 a.m. But I got to preface that because he probably did about 15 more during the day.
You're talking box office DC films. Aquaman will likely pass 1 billion tomorrow.
Nope.
Okay, let me catch up.
Oh.
Let me catch up.
Aquaman.
Let me go back.
Aquaman swims past the steel.
Okay, let me catch up. That's probably on the latest. Aquaman will swim past 300 million tomorrow.
Something like no. Yeah, well, the text that I got, box office, Aquaman swims past Man of Steel
Okay, yeah,
as it nears 300 million.
yeah, that's an earlier article. Let me catch up here. Fucking mouse
How
doesn't
do I
want to
get
work.
rid of that stupid bimbo in the play screen that's in the corner?
Doku, you gotta go. There you go.
No,
All right.
there's a play screen that's really annoying.
Yeah, you can't get rid of it
No, Christ.
unless you have an
Okay.
ad blocker. But even then,
Yeah, I do.
I've got ad nauseum installed, and it doesn't detect it. So
Yeah, I got that block, and it's still coming up as annoying.
let's see.
Although-
Block elements.
Although the Sheila that's in the video, I'd fuck her right in the face.
I bet you would,
Anyway.
Farty. Right in the nostril.
Yeah, but
Get-
then again, I'd fuck a black snake with a fested ass, only if he held its head.
Well, as Sharadi knows, I always go for the ear hole.
All right, let's
can
get to
tag
some
team it.
drinking, you bitches. Let's go.
Okie dokie. Okay, so we're drinking for monetary references and stuff.
You know, at this point, it's dealer's choice.
Yeah, you'll know when to
Alright.
drink.
Yeah.
Alright, well,
Use
We're
the
drinking for-
force, Farty.
one of those is the monetary references.
All right. We got a new
Are you
rule.
ready?
Every time he brings up money, so prepare your livers. Send a warning shot down now.
With a 2.27 million drink.
God damn it.
Gross on Tuesday, brackets, plus 60% from Monday and minus 40% from last Tuesday. James Wan's Aquaman earned a 291.6 million North America.
Drink.
That's what it says. James Wan's Aquaman now earned a that money in North America. I read that wrong. That puts it just past the 2.91 million domestic of
God
Zack
damn it.
Snyder's Man of Steel.
Oh my god.
So- Yeah.
Oh, this article's painful to listen to.
The Aquaman movie now outgrosses Superman. Yes, the Superman, both in North America and by a lot worldwide. Man of Steel earned 668 million in the summer of 2013. As noted on Monday, it was curious to go back and see in terms of Raw numbers. You actually have to read that because, like, in terms of Raw numbers, actually is in terms of Raw. Next line, numbers. You really have to see that one. Aquaman and Man of Steel received nearly identical reviews. To be fair, the actual written reviews are a little different. From yours, no shit. Because most people can fucking spell.
Oh man.
As most folks, even those who disliked it, argue arguing that Man of Steel was a polished, handsomely staged, and occasionally poignant first contact
Oh my
story.
god. Why are you breaking it up so much? You're just prolonging my suffering.
No, because that's how it is. Okay. Let me just read that last bit to you exactly how it is. To be fair, comma, the actual written reviews are a little different as most folks, brackets, even those who disliked it, brackets, arguing that Man of Steel was published, comma, handsomely staged, and occasionally poignant, speech marks, first contact, speech marks, story, stop.
Oh my god,
That's
Farty.
how that was written.
Oh my god. I'm cutting you off, Farty.
I didn't even start reading this before I started, right?
You
No
too
shit.
drunk. Stop.
And even the mixed or negative Aquaman reviews noted that it was quite a bit of a zany, over the top fantasy fun. Holy shit. With visuals not unlike double negative, Black Panther, Avatar, or a Lord of the Rings movie. Anyway, with around 295 million domestic by the end of its 5th week, it should sail past the 300 million milestone sometime this weekend, and possibly the MLK weekend fame with over/under 307 million. So, yes, Aquaman is going to sell more tickets in North America than Man of Steel. And yeah, Aquaman is going to become the leggiest comic book superhero since Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
He certainly
Marvel,
loves.
motherfucker.
He certainly
Marvel.
loves to use the leg, like leg. Like he doesn't know how to say anything else.
Yeah, Marvel Cinematic Universe. That's got legs going forever, motherfucker.
Oh my God.
Anyway,
I wish you could see me right now because I have the biggest shit-eating grin on my face, and it's not because I'm happy.
Oh my God.
anyway, yeah. So brackets 1.135 million from a 25 million debut in 1990. It'll be the leggiest straight up superhero flick since Robin Prince. Oh my fucking! I tapped the fuck out. Nah, get the fuck out of here.
God.
I seriously want to punch this fuck stick in the fucking head. No, I'm gone.
Oh
Yeah,
God.
see you later.
Oh fuck.
Robin Hood,
Why
Prince
is
of
it-
Thieves.
Why
What
is
the
it?
fuck?
Okay, why is it that vodka just gets harsher the more of it you drink? Is that your body's way of telling you to stop and put it down?
No, it usually gets easier when you drink it. Just look
Oh,
at Lucille
man.
Ball.
We're dedicated. We're dedicated to
Oh
this.
Christ, this shit is disgusting, man.
Holy fucking shit. Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves, where did he pull that one out of? I mean, like, there is no orifice on someone's body that is big enough to pull that one out of.
Okay, his entire brain is set to Paul Feig's script. Incoherent, inconsistent, and what's English?
In fact, after that, I need to go take a piss and have a fucking cigarette.
Doku, it's your turn, man.
Oh boy, yeah.
Oh.
All right, I've got something a little special for us because I just noticed this. But before that, I just need to point out when you read Scott Mendelson's articles, you know they're bad. When you try to read them out loud, holy hell.
Oh, I'm going back to his very first article.
Oh no, this
I'm going back to it. I'm going to read this very first article, or at least try to. The somewhat sensational... Okay, the article's called Review. Iron Man 3 is best comic book... And it's worded like this. Iron Man 3 is best comic book inspired movie, part 3 movie ever.
Drink.
Are you a fucking 5-year-old? The answer is yes. Dude, I'm
Just because
starting.
You managed to put out 100 articles a month doesn't mean they're
Okay,
good.
I am starting
Ugh.
to feel bad for picking on a legitimately retarded person.
This was a bad idea. I thoroughly regret it.
No! Doku! You don't say!
I wasn't expecting it to be this bad. Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Scott Super Duper Mendelson.
The somewhat sensational headline is indeed true, with the caveat that it's mostly by default. There really like your first article, the first words out of your mouth, the first sentence of your first article on this business website is word salad.
This
really
is so
hasn't-
ridiculous.
There really
How?
hasn't been a terrific part 3 in realms of comic book superhero movies, because most comic book superhero movies haven't reached part 3, and Iron Man was one of the first ones to do it.
This is.
Oh my god.
Oh my.
While I can
Yeah.
somewhat defend the kitchen sink excess of superb action scenes in Spider-Man 3, occasional thoughtful character work in Batman Forever. Okay, I mean, maybe I'll take that one back. Maybe I'll take my last one back, that Iron Man 3 was one of the first ones. Because my brain fucking forgot everything after Batman Returns. And the entertaining but pointlessly rushed and micromanaged X-Men The Last Stand. Oh, and I forgot about that one too. Alright, that's what alcohol will do to you kids. Don't drink and drive. Don't drink. Don't drink. Just stop drinking. And turn away now. Treat this like a Lemony Snicket film and turn away. None of these films reached anything approaching greatness.
By the way, drink.
Stating the obvious here, actually Spider-Man 3 was pretty good. Just ignore Emo Parker, and Spider-Man 3 is actually decent. You and I may disagree on The Dark Knight Rises, but I found it to be the Godfather Part 3 of the series, an unnecessary and unsuccessful extra chapter to an already perfect 2-part rise and fall storyline that its director didn't really want to make in the first place.
In a weird roundabout way, I strangely agree with that. Not because the director didn't want to make it or it wasn't intended to be a trilogy. It was just rushed, and it.
Yeah,
it
there were
couldn't
rushed
live up-
elements to
It couldn't
it.
live up to the Dark. It couldn't live up to the Dark Knight.
No, and if you go in with the expectation that it's going to, then yes, you're going to be angry. But we're getting hung up on stupid shit right now. We're pulling a Mendelson. Don't do this on our streams.
You mean we're actually, critically thinking about something as
Oh
opposed
my
to just putting out word salad because we need
God.
to write 100 articles a month?
Fuck me, dude. And Superman
So,
3
hang
is
on.
the worst Superman film in the original series. At least
Just
Superman
real quick.
4... Hang on. Superman 4, the quest for peace, was trying to tell a worthwhile story. I don't think anyone has fond feelings for TMNT 3. Actually, there are a lot of people. TMNT has a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 3 where they go back in time to feudal Japan. There's a surprising cult following for that movie. Go ahead, Farty. I apologize. Go ahead.
Yeah, just real quick, I just got to confirm this. Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves. That was a fucking Kevin
That was the
Costner.
comedy. Yeah, that was the comedy one.
Oh,
No, wait,
that-
no. Sorry, Men in Tights was the comedy one.
Yeah,
Prince of
no,
Thieves
that
was,
was
the
Kevin-
Costner film.
Okay, so yeah, Kevin Costner has never made a really decent movie except for The Bodyguard, and that was only
Field of
because of
Dreams
fucking
was
what's the
good.
flaps.
Field of Dreams was good.
I suppose. But how can you? Well, if he's going to put Aquaman with fucking bloody Prince of Thieves, holy, what the fuck cognitive dissonance is this fuckwit on?
Yeah. So we're just gonna push on now, Farty. All right.
Mm.
If it's all right with you, Farty.
No, it's not. But
Okay.
anyway.
Let's see. Campbell says Spider-Man 3 is better than Iron Man 3. You could make that argument in terms of story structure and everything. You
Hang
could
on,
make
wait
it that.
until I make- Wait until they make the new Spider-Man 3, and then we'll see.
Yeah, then we'll see. So it is perhaps by default that Iron Man 3 is the best comic book hero threequel yet. I hate that word. But it's still a surprisingly satisfying adventure that flirts with greatness. It's far more of a standalone piece than Iron Man 2, which felt like a backdoor pilot for both the Avengers and that upcoming S.H.I.E.L.D. television show. And it balances gee-whiz superhero... Oh my fucking god. Okay, just for that, everyone takes 4 shots.
This is gonna be bad.
With thoughtful character work and real-world politics slightly more successful than the first film. There were no real-world politics at work in Iron Man 3. What fucking movie did he see?
Oh, there's PTSD in it. That's real world.
Oh my fucking god. Okay, so what happens in Iron Man 3? His mansion gets blown up by some terrorists that are actually not even really anything more than a revenge scheme.
He ends up in the backwoods where he hasn't got his suit, and he's trying to find his suit, and then ends up making a Hello Kitty watch into a smartphone thingy, and then
yeah.
no, that's right. Pepper Potts actually gets into an Iron Man suit, and
wait. After she contracts Extremis, right? She gets the Extremis virus. Whatever. I think it's a virus, or is it a retrovirus? What is the proper terminology to describe Extremis, Doku? Is it a virus, a retrovirus, or is it a group of nanomachines? I don't get it at this point.
Oh, but
I don't know either.
Here's another real world thing: is that the dude that makes the Extremis virus tries to talk to fucking Stark right at the beginning, and then Stark, intelligent people, sees a complete loon bag and then tells the loon to fuck off. There's a real world thing.
Oh my god. There's no real world politics in Iron Man 3. What movie were you watching? And frankly, it frankly has a corker of an idea at the center of its story. A superhero suffering from PTSD. Really? Because he wasn't suffering from that in the first film? He wasn't suffering that still from the second film? Maybe the whole reason he makes the Iron Man armor from what we've read in the comic books was because he has PTSD and the armor makes him feel safe?
Well, see, the whole thing is that the Avengers movie came between 2 and 3, and then it wasn't until he went off into space and saw what was actually out there was the thing that scared the shit out of him.
Yeah, but he was able to deal with that in Age of Ultron already. He had that arc already. But he still
That was after 3, though.
Right, but he already had that arc. He already went through it. And okay, yeah, maybe some of it was still lingering in
maybe
in
in Iron Man 3, if they'd majored the whole PTSD thing on the thing that he saw whilst he was off in deep space, maybe that would have made sense, but it didn't.
What more could you expect?
This
from
guy
Scott?
clearly
I study the film industry, Mendelson.
This guy clearly did not see the fucking films. Okay, he clearly hasn't seen any of the Marvel movies, and I'm about to prove it right now. His first word
too,
in the next
too busy writing critiques.
Yeah, his first word in the next paragraph starts out as most of you know, a signifier that we haven't seen it. I had someone spoil it for me. Hey, you guys remember that show Code Monkeys? It was on G4 for a little while. It lasted 2 seasons, and one of the episodes, I think it was episode 3 of the first season, one of the programmers is tasked with going to see E.T. at the premiere, right? The New York premiere or whatever it is. I don't remember where the premiere was being held, or they don't say. But he goes to the premiere, and he pays some kid, or he gets some kid to buy the tickets off of him, and report back what he saw. And he goes back to to the strip club or something, and he completely blows off his assignment, as he is prone to do. And he he forgets completely to go get the information from the kid and just kind of like bullshits it the entire way, and like that's what this is.
Oh, so what's that movie with Eric Banner and fucking Ricky Gervais where they pretend that they're like, fuck it, well, they're just supposed to be journalists, but like they pretend that they're in
Oh,
fucking Bolivia or something like that, and then they end up
yeah.
having to actually go there.
Yeah, I don't remember the title either. And it's like that one comedic movie where these dudes who don't know coding get a job at Google. As most of you know, the Avengers ended with Tony Stark and his Avenger pals heading off
Drink.
an alien invasion in downtown New York, in an attempt which culminated in Tony taking a near-fatal flight into deep space in order to dispose of a nuclear bomb. Really? Was it a nuclear bomb? No, it wasn't.
No.
It was fucking Chitauri tech.
No. He did have to push a. It wasn't a bomb. A bomb is something that drops off a plane. A missile is something that shoots off a plane. The difference between a missile and a rocket is dumb and just goes straight. A missile is something that can be guided. So it was a nuclear missile, to be pedantic.
Yeah, but it wasn't even really a missile. It was just Chitauri like drone tech.
No. The Yanks went and decided they were going to nuke you.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. Yeah,
and then he pushes the nuclear missile up in through the porthole and then throws it away and then falls back through the hole.
Yeah, no, I remember now. Thank you for clarifying.
But it's a missile, not a fucking bomb.
This film takes place sometime later. Really, it takes place later, with Stark very much affected psychologically by what went down in a way that, frankly, I've never seen before in a comic book hero or in a comic book movie. You haven't seen it because you haven't fucking watched them, you piece of shit. So when a new international terrorist, hang on. So when a new international terrorist called the Mandarin, played by Ben Kingsley, far more interesting here than the trailers let on. Not really. Shows up and starts a brutal bombing campaign against American targets. Stark is nowhere to be found.
Well, he's technically right there because Ben Kingsley is only the face of the organization. He's the Mandarin, but he doesn't actually do anything wrong except for getting drunk and fucking whores.
Yeah, and having surgery to be basically brown faced, to be race swapped. I was gonna say rape swapped, but that too. He was basically race swapped, which is something that he should have been complaining about in this article. I bet he would now if he did the review. Oh my god.
You mean if he actually watched the fucking movie?
Yeah. Oh my god. Oh, just someone fucking kill me already. I've lost my place. Here we go. Shows up and starts a brutal bombing campaign against American targets. Stark is nowhere to be found. And to be honest, the Mandarin was never really doing that. It was Tony's rival, who he took a shit on because he was like Tony Stark. He was just Tony Stark, and he took a shit on the dude, and he came back like 10, 20 years later to get revenge.
I'll get you for winning that game of D&D.
Yeah, pretty much. But when the wave of terror hits too close to home, he somewhat stupidly calls out this new threat. Okay, he doesn't hit too close to home. He literally is attacked. Then he says, "Come to my house. I'll take you head on." All right, this is all shit you see in the trailer anyway. One attack later, and Tony is alone and mostly without his toys, with only his keen intellect available to try and piece together how to save himself and stop his new menace. Much more... Oh my god, just fucking drink. Much more than that I won't reveal because, to their credit, Marvel and Disney has successfully kept a number of major plot developments out of the marketing materials.
So he's not even commenting on the damn movie.
No, he's commenting on the fucking marketing material. In fact, I'd argue that in fact, I'd argue that the one big... And see, didn't I fucking call it that that hadn't even seen the fucking movie? In fact, I'd argue that the one big reveal they did drop, which occurs pretty early on, was in fact a giveaway to keep the spoiler wolves at bay, so that the film's other pleasures and surprises could remain unspoiled for theatrical release. What surprises? My God. So instead of spoiling the plot, I will merely say that this is surprisingly very much a Shane Black picture through and through. Fucking drink, everyone. The writer, director of Kiss Kiss Bang Bang, which every single person who sees Iron Man 3 this weekend should rent, shill, and the writer of Lethal Weapon and The Last Boy Scout is able to craft this $200 million Iron Man adventure into something approaching a high-end late 80s, early 90s action picture. The snarky character banter is here along with the fucking tapping out. Oh my God. Just die up your own ass. My fucking God.
Oh boy. Well,
And so,
if you thought it couldn't get any worse, let's have a bit of a little experiment here. Something of a special.
Insomniac in the chat saying, to be fair, Kingsley is a bit dark, though they browned him up a bit more as Gandhi. Yeah, I know he's a little on the tanner side, but they caked on the makeup in that movie.
Yeah, but they didn't go full Gandhi. He didn't punch a woman.
He also didn't call for the extermination of fuck, what are they called?
You guys?
No.
I'm too drunk to remember, so don't ask me.
What are those religious people that run around with the bomb vests?
Oh,
we can't say that.
Oh,
Damn
shit.
it, already.
Channel's nuked. Goodbye. It was fun while it lasted. Sorry,
YouTube,
Matt
I swear we
Dodge.
didn't mean it.
Sorry, Matt
Promise.
Dodge. We didn't mean to get you nuked.
It doesn't matter. I go on about bloody Muslims and fucking gooks.
That's
and
it.
God damn it, Farty.
That's it. That's the word I was looking for.
Gooks. Like the Vietnamese don't do anything to the Indians.
Herpicus says that his
No, they're
last
fine.
drinking game was just a warm-up. And Doki, you should regret this, you fucking piece of shit.
Oh, I'm gonna regret this even more. Let's continue with the festivities, shall
Oh
we?
Christ. Yeah, I think it was your turn because I cut you off to read the Iron Man one.
And that's perfectly okay because I ran across something that I find rather interesting, and I want to do a little bit of an analysis here.
Give me a month, a date,
social
and a
experiment.
title. Give me a month, a date, and a title. That's all I fucking care about. That's all these people are here to see.
So on December 1st, 2018.
Okay, hang on.
Scotty-
Let me catch up. December. I gotta scroll through the 200 articles he did on December. Oh, they're
December
in.
1st.
Okay, hang on. December 1st. What day?
December 1st, 2018, Friday box office. Possession of Hannah Grace conjures 2.6 million.
Hang on.
Anna and the Apocalypse slays 20K.
Hang on. If he's doing the Friday box office.
Oh no, that's the Wreck-It Ralph one. Look for the Possession of Hannah
No,
Grace.
okay. He's got 2 Friday box offices on December 1st, 2018. He's got
He's got 3.
2 of them. With okay, 3. We'll say 3, even though the other one doesn't say Friday box office. He's got 3 of them. Why not condense them into one article?
Well, see,
Yeah,
here's the fun
four.
part. You're touching on exactly what I wanted to touch on because on December 1st, 2018, there is an article, Possession of Hannah Grace conjures 2.6 million. On December 2nd, Possession of Hannah Grace earns 6 million. And in the Apocalypse nabs 51,000. Let's see how closely related these articles are.
Okay.
Oh my God, Doku! I swear to God, I'm shoving my foot up your ass.
It sounds like it's going to be repetition. The repetition. Repetition. To repetition. Repetition.
All right, Farty, you're banned. You're banned from being human. Hand over your human license.
No, it's all right. I'm a machine. It's okay.
Okay.
They broke the mold.
Okay. Fair enough.
Let's start with the possession of Hannah Grace conjures 2.6 million.
Oh my fucking god. All right, everybody in the chat, on the Exiled Opinion chat and on the Mad Dodge chat, tap F for Doku's asshole, which is going to get destroyed by a nail gun later. We're gonna put him in the stocks. We're gonna fucking staple his feet to the floor, and we're just gonna shoot. We're gonna shoot a fucking nail gun into his anus for an hour and a half straight.
Is that what the kids call bum sex nowadays?
This is how channels get demonetized.
Ace of Skulls wants to know what's up with us degenerates, and Campbell responds with, "Nothing much, just getting nailed to a cross." We warned you guys.
What the kids call bum sex nowadays?
We warned you guys. All right, Doku, fucking start.
Oh, thank God this isn't too long.
Start the proceedings.
All right, so here's the first article. As is sadly often the case with post-Thanksgiving weekend, there was but a single small-scale wide release newbie yesterday. Oh my word salad. Drink.
Oh my god. Didn't we just drink? How many are we at now? Has anyone been keeping count?
I haven't. I've lost count.
Oh my fucking god. Can someone just flay my testicles for me now so I won't have to do it myself later?
This is an Australia fucking drinking game. It's like, yeah, we're drinking every couple of seconds. Yep.
Yeah.
All right. Let me just try to get
gets in the way, Farty.
Let me just try to get through these because there's two. They're not long, but there's two, and I want to see how they stack up. Okay. Screen Gems dropped their R-rated post-exorcism horror flick, The Passion of Hannah Grace, into 2,064 theaters. The film stars Shay Mitchell, Pretty Little Liars, as an unlucky morgue worker who has to deal with a recently deceased woman who may have been possessed by a demonic force. The film costs just $10 million, which means yeah, that's a drink.
10 million shots.
Which means it's comparatively targeted semi-wide theatrical debut of 2.56 million. That's another drink
number.
For a likely 6.4 million. That's drink number 3.
Oh, fuck me.
Weekend counts as a minor win or at least not a loss.
Cringe.
If it's a win, it's not a loss. Oh my
God. You bastard motherfucker.
I'm not even keeping up with the article it does.
There's no point. I'm just going to get through this.
You either win or you're second place. If you're second place, you're the first loser. Plain and simple. Loser.
Yeah. All right. Paragraph number 2.
Apparently, we're the biggest loser.
I really wish one of the 8,107 wide releases... Well, that's not a monetary number, though. He's talking about the theaters. I'm not going to count it because I'll die. I'll drink anyways. 8,107 wide releases dropping over Christmas would have planted their flag on this weekend, or next weekend even. But I digress. Just because that's like the 4th fucking time I've heard him say I digress. Drink.
Is it
all of your
wrong?
Articles are digression.
Is it wrong for me to say that I would rather watch the world's ugliest man with elephantitis and the greasiest skin pop zits on his face and genitals all day?
No, I wouldn't fault you for that.
Oh my god.
All right, let me try to get through this.
It could be worse. I mean, like, at least we're not doing the amol sniffing game.
Oh, God. Anyways, let me try to get through this. because there's another one.
Oh shit.
The big platform debut of the weekend is Orion and MGM's delightful festival acquisition, Anna and the Apocalypse. The charmingly quirky?
Cordially or
Scott.
quirky?
It doesn't even matter at this point. The charmingly quirky, low-budget Christmas zombie musical, in parentheses, earned $19,715 yesterday in 5 theaters. Drink. We're looking at an over-under $60K weekend. Drink. For an okay $12,000 per theater average. Drink. That's 3.
That's your rule, Farty. You brought that one in. No
I
complaining
didn't think
now.
to kind of do it 3 times in as many seconds. Yeah, I'm trying to get the last one down.
I just put my drink down. Stop doing that, Doku.
Fucking cunt.
You're
Well,
the
I just
one-
got
Dirty
my
bastard.
Hey,
I just got my 3 in, so keep up.
just like Doku, you deserve it. You deserve it.
All right, well, there's my 3. Let's continue with this god-awful thing. Ellen Hunt is a real find. Parentheses. I suggest the folks casting the Wicked movie check this one out. In
Just real
parentheses.
quick. Just real quick. You know, Ellen Hunt has a brother called Mike.
uh,
God damn it, Farty.
what have we
In
devolved
parentheses.
into?
And I hope that John McPhail directed zombie melodrama finds an audience. It goes into 30 theaters next weekend. In a different time, this should have been a wide release flick, a seasonal threat, and an otherwise quiet weekend. Hell, I'm still inclined to argue that maybe they should have gone wider or wide as the quote new movie we're seeing in the next 2 weeks of Nada. Oh my god.
What? Huh?
Oh,
Scott
man.
fucking Mendelson,
sounded
drink.
Are we
painful
close to a
read.
Doku tap out?
I'm
That
not
sounded
tapping out.
painful to read.
Oh,
I'm not
man.
tapping out, but oh my
Oh,
god, drink.
oh, man. The tap out is a mercy. You know that, Doku.
But it's not my money. That's
That's
a
another
sentence.
drink. That's another drink.
It's literally next 2 weeks of Nada, period. But, comma, it's not my money, period.
Herpicus says he'll be puking pure bourbon in about 15 minutes here.
Jesus.
Nonetheless,
Oh, my God.
Nonetheless, it's a truly mainstream picture filled with catchy songs, strong performances, and enough of a character-driven story to justify the genre hijinks. I'm listening to Breakaway on a loop as I write this.
Listen to a different song.
Oh, that's the first good laugh I've gotten out of all of this fucking
Oh, my.
nonsensory.
Listen, read a different book, listen to a different song, watch a different movie. And I am so drunk, I am literally fucking drooling all over myself because I have no control over my fucking salivary glands. Salivary glands.
Let me finish this one. I'm listening to Breakaway on a loop as I write this, so make of that what you will. Yeah, I'll do that. I'll do that there, Scotty.
Fucking finish the article already.
Warner Brothers Time Warner Media in parentheses, tried the platform route with Head Full of Honey, the poorly reviewed dramedy.
Dramedy. It's a comedy drama.
Starring a man who works his grandfather in Italy before Alzheimer's takes his memories for good just to earn $3,000. Drink on Friday for a likely $10,000 weekend. Drink and a $585 per theater average. Third drink. It's a remake of Schrodinger's German language hit from 2014. The film earned $30 million. Drink overseas. We'll see how this English language version will play out, but remember both versions will be subtitled overseas for most audiences. Quality notwithstanding, it's the kind, it's the kind of stacked studio programmer, parentheses, Matt Dillon,
Nick Nolte.
Nolte, okay. Emily Mortimer, Eric Roberts, in parentheses, that would have been a run-of-the-mill studio release in a different time. That is all one sentence.
It's a bad movie. It's absolute shit, but it would have been great if it was released in the 90s. That's what he's saying here. Oh my fucking god.
Well, hold on. That's 1, 2, 3, 4 drinks plus the run-on sentence and the pretension. That's 5 drinks right there.
Oh,
so,
shit. I didn't realize how
up.
late this was. Holy fuck.
Bottoms up.
Oh, my God. All right. Well, we've reached the end of our time slot for tonight, fellas, ladies and gentlemen. But holy fuck. Doku.
This was a mistake.
I wanted to do something
this was
fun.
A mistake.
I wanted to do something fun. But Doku, let's remind everyone, Doku had to have his way. Doku had to have... I am never listening to another one of your ideas ever again, Doku.
It was a brilliant but horrible idea.
Oh my god.
Fuck you. Fuck you and everything that comes from you, you fucking goddamn fucking. Fuck you.
So what's our big takeaway from tonight? What's our big takeaway? Scott.
Well, it's pretty simple. Scott Mendelson's a fucking arsehole.
No, we've got 2 big takeaways. First off, Scott Mendelson doesn't actually critique anything he writes about because he puts out 100 articles a month. And if you don't disagree with him, that's perfectly fine, because if you did 100% of the time, it would be creepy.
It would be
hard.
No,
Scott Mendelson, you look creepy.
Agree with him. It would be hard to agree with this man 1% of the time with anything he's written, because everything is about as disorganized as my desk. Everything is about as assembled as well as a Russian tank. Okay?
Actually, Russian tanks are assembled really, really well, so you might want to find another analogy.
Hey. Communism. America.
T-34. No, Scott Mendelson is a complete cunt. He's an absolute cunt, and I'm not saying that as an Australian saying cunts are friends. No. There's differences in the way we say cunt. No, he's a dirty cunt. He's an absolute dirty cunt. He's a completely piece of shit dirty cunt.
He is the walking definition of venereal disease, is what you're saying.
He's absolutely like the guy who reckons he fucked 1 million chicks by the time he was 21 and then wrote a book about it. How can you write a book whilst you're supposed to be fucking all these Sheilas? Same thing as this dickhead. How can you write all of these fucking reports while you reckon you were watching the movies and get it so horribly, horribly wrong?
You know what? I have, as I usually try to do. I hate to interrupt. As I usually try to do, I have to give credit where credit is due. And I'm going to give credit where credit is due. Scott Mendelson may have mastered the art of managing to write the most nonsensical word salad bullshit articles while still being as pretentious as possible and not actually watching or reviewing a film that I have ever experienced.
You know, he complains about failing upward, but this man is the fucking definition of failing upward. All right? He walks into Forbes and gets a job at Forbes, because why not? His first sentence on his first article for Forbes is word salad. It doesn't make any fucking sense. It is not.
See, now here's the thing. When the Australians can see through you, you must be crap. When the backwater fucking non-existent fucking country, continent, island, all at the same time, plus it also doesn't exist, when the cunts from there fucking go, hang on a minute, mate, you're full of shit. You must be full of shit.
And you want to know what's really funny about that statement? Is that Australia is basically run by feminists.
Not at the moment. We're fighting back.
Okay.
Unfortunately, we can't hit the bitches, but we're trying to fight.
Just send some fucking frogs at them. They'll run like little babies. They'll
Oh,
run.
no. We got a plan. We got a plan.
Okay.
When the drop bears, the brown snakes, and the fucking funnel webs start fucking crawling in the house, and we throw our hands up and say, "Your problem," they'll fucking come crawling for us. Don't worry. We'll fix that problem.
Oh,
We did.
man.
We did in the 1980s. That's what we did in the 1980s.
Oh, that sounds great. I would love. Hey, when that happens, let me know. I would love to be part of Operation Drop a Snake.
Oh, see, that's the thing. Best part about nowadays is that every cunt's got a mobile phone camera and all that kind of shit, and we're going to all put it up on YouTube. And you start seeing bitches freaking out because there's a piddly little spider in the sink. Where? Yeah, don't worry. You'll start seeing that shit.
Oh man. Hey, Herpicus. Not all Australians are beer swelling cunts. Just farty.
No. We all are. Just the faggots that
Oh
don't
man.
seek masculinity. They like their wine bars.
Campbell says the fucking T-34 wouldn't last 7 months. They riveted the armor.
Yeah, they did.
That is true. I mean, the armor does come off pretty good on those. All it takes is one good placed round.
T-34 didn't have its armor completely around it. They had gaps you can put your finger through. But fuck it. It'll fucking go up. It'll shoot 2 rounds. It'll get blown up. But
Until
fuck it,
someone
it'll do.
splashes a fucking Molotov right on the cracks. Oof. Ugh.
Wrong thing. Russians put Molotov on German tank. Like Russian put Molotov on Russian tank, he gets shot for being stupid.
That
Okay,
is
wait a second.
great.
I just have to point something out real quick.
Oh man, it's not your hard on, is it?
Unfortunately, no.
Unfortunately, no. That's something you'd want to spare your friends. Hey guys,
You two get it.
look at
You
my
two get a
raging
room.
boner.
You two get a room.
You want to join us, party?
Not really, no.
You fucking spoil cunt, you.
No, because if I sat on top of you two cunts, I'd fucking squash you to death. I'm a
Hey,
fat bastard,
who
remember?
said you'd be sitting on people? We'd be the one doing the sitting on.
Well,
What do you want
if
to point?
the-
What do you want to point out,
If you wanted
Goku?
to bounce off, if you wanted to bounce off my fat ass, I'd fucking launch you through the ceiling, and then you'd be STS 276 or whatever. Fuck that, dude.
Hey, at least it
Real-
would be
real quick.
better entertainment than Star Trek Discovery.
Real
STS,
quick.
Star Trek
Hold on,
syphilis.
hold on, party.
Go
hold
ahead.
on, party.
Go ahead,
real
Goku.
quick.
Go ahead.
So that article, I'm just going to read the first paragraph.
Yep.
So that article I just read.
Yep.
As is sadly often the case with the post-Thanksgiving weekend, there was but a single small-scale wide release newbie yesterday. Screen Gems dropped their R-rated exorcism horror flick, Passion of Hannah Grace, in blah, blah, blah theaters. The film stars blah, 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 blah. Pretty Little Liars, Unlucky Morgue Worker, Deceased Woman, Possessed, Demonic Force, Film, blah, blah, blah. Comparatively targeted, small, wide, theatrical, blah, 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 money. Here's the December 2nd article, the first paragraph
Oh
of
Christ!
said article.
Okay.
As is sadly often the case with post-Thanksgiving weekend, there was but a single small-scale wide newbie yesterday. Screen Gems dropped their R-rated post-exorcism horror flick, The Passion of Hannah
Oh my
Grace.
God, so he's not even
into
putting out
same-
unique articles. He's just copy pasting the last article, and he's
The
flying.
film stars Shay Mitchell (parentheses Pretty Little Liars) as an unlucky morgue worker who has to deal with a recently deceased woman who may have been possessed by a demonic
Oh,
force.
my
The film
God.
cost just $10 million, which
Okay.
means its comparatively target semi-wide theatrical debut of
Okay.
$6.4 million counts as a minor win, or at least not a loss. It's
Guess what?
almost
Guess
word
what?
for word
Guess
the
what?
same paragraph.
Guess what? Everyone, take 5 shots right now. 5
I'm
shots.
just-
The
I'm just
only thing he
wondering-
updated was the monetary value that the film had made in a 24-hour period. Oh my
I'm
Go ahead,
still of
Farty.
the opinion. Why would I find that interesting?
I think
The
thought
only
you were gonna
reason
Okay.
the only reason you should find it interesting is because it exposes Scott Mendelson
Okay.
for what he truly
We
is,
gotta-
a copy-paste hack.
We got to break
I
out.
thought you were going to say something like, in Australian movies it made blah, blah. I was waiting
Okay.
for that bit, and then it's like, no.
Okay,
no,
okay,
no,
guys,
no,
okay,
no,
guys.
no,
We gotta wrap
I
up.
lost interest.
We got to wrap up soon. So, takeaway here is Scott Mendelson is a hack. So, 5 shots for hack confirmed. And
Real quick, I've already gone through 6 beers, so I got to open a new one.
oh Christ! And he uses the monetary values as a deflection of he can't write. So he makes the article as confusing to read as possible. This man is an artist in how confusing he makes shit to read. And Scott,
Now
if you're
you
listening,
say that.
huh?
Now you say that.
Because-
there is this website you can go to, and it'll print off a pseudo-intellectual paper on any subject you give it. If you actually read it, it's absolute gibberish. But a lot of these have found themselves into scientific, websites and magazines
fuck's
and
sake.
reputable, stuff like that.
So are you saying that Scott uses one such tool? Is that what our actual takeaway is?
Either that, or he is in fact a bot.
Oh, that makes sense. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that has been our show for this evening. We're going to head out now. I hope you guys enjoyed this week's installment of the Rotten Tomato drinking game, because we did cover an absolute rotten tomato. Hopefully we've exposed something, and hopefully you won't sue us, and hopefully YouTube doesn't nuke us after tonight's show.
Fuck YouTube.
Fuck YouTube. And if YouTube wants to get rid of us, fine. We'll go to we'll go to stream.me, and we'll go to DLive. So YouTube, you're not the only player in this pond scum that we call the internet. So until next time, ladies and gentlemen, thanks for joining us. Thanks for watching, and remember, as always, to stay metal.